would not freak out. One night he came home from work early and I was putting away the dishes. I thought to myself, just tell him now. But the words would not come out. It took so much strength for me to just say, Dad, I need to talk to you. Finally I said it. My dad just sat there and listened to me. So I told him, a couple of months ago, Betsy told me something. She told me she was gay. He replied, oh really? So, is that making you doubt yourself? I was so confused, so I said, what are you talking about? I was kind of hoping he would just say it for me, make it easier for me. But I said to him, I started thinking about myself, putting together pieces of my past and things that never made sense to me. I think I might like girls as well as guys. For some reason, I could not say the word bisexual. Dad didn't actually react, he just said, oh, really. I finally told him, I like Betsy as more than a friend, Dad. She's special and she's my girlfriend. My dad then said to me, I don't think you're mature enough to know that. You're only 15. I think this might just be a phase. It's just in your head because Betsy told you she was gay. This is a really big thing to decide for the rest of your life. Maybe in a couple years, if you think that really is what you feel, then maybe we can talk. I really just don't think you're mature to know how you feel. I was so disappointed. I wanted my dad to accept me and say that everything was okay. I told Dad to wait to tell Mom until I was ready. I just had to be the one to tell her, not him. My dad didn't tell my mom that I was dating Betsy, but he did tell her that she was a lesbian. This started my mom's fear, the fear that Betsy had converted me or some shit. My mom started getting more religious suddenly, and this scared me. My mom always had this dream for me. I guess every mother wants it for their daughter. She dreams of me standing there in this pretty dress with a man in a tux and a big house and a big family. I think my mom thought this wouldn't happen for me if I was dating Betsy. Finally, I decided to tell my mother. I was scared shitless, the most scared that I've ever been. If my dad reacted the way he did, then how the fuck was my mom going to react? I wrote her a letter. I wrote that I needed her support and needed her love because it was not easy for me to tell her this. I told her everything, but I didn't say that I was in love with Betsy, just that we were dating. I almost left it on her pillow and thought about running away for a couple of days until after she read the letter. But I knew that I couldn't do that. I had to face my mom. I went into her room, shaking, hands sweating. I said, Mom, I have something to say to you. She put down the book she was reading and said, what is it? I thought I was going to throw up. I was so scared. I read her the letter. My voice was shaking and I couldn't look at her. I didn't want to see her reaction. By the end of the letter, I was bawling. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. At the end of the letter, I said, you will not keep me from Betsy. When I finally looked at my mom, the look on her face was heartbreak. My mom just hugged me and held me as I cried. She was crying too. Finally, she said to me, did you talk to God about it? In that moment, I wanted to say, excuse me, of all the things you could have said, you asked me if I have talked to God? I said, no, I haven't. My mom told me that maybe I should. He could help me sort a lot of this out. I didn't even know if I believed in God, so how could I ask him for help? So I said, there is nothing to discuss. I know this is who I am, and this is how it's going to be. My mom then said to me, I would be lying to you if I told you that a piece of my heart didn't break when you told me that. This only made me cry more. I just wanted my mom to accept me for who I was and who I loved. I knew that she was heartbroken, knowing that society wouldn't accept me, but she should still accept me anyway. My mom said, do you want to see a therapist? I overreacted and refused. I thought she would send me to gay rehab or something, and there is no fucking way I am going to gay rehab. It's been almost 2 years, and my parents haven't welcomed Betsy with open arms. I hope that someday they will. I love her more than anyone else in the world, and I just want them to see that. I want the world to see that. My parents don't forbid me from seeing her, but I knew they would prefer if I had a boyfriend. There will always be a part of me that will be attracted to guys, but I'm in love with a girl. I'm in love with Betsy.